AM 1420 WIMS, Talk of the South Shore. 2017 brings us another beautiful year, more great programmings, and we always have some neat things we're always adding. You guys probably heard the great news between Thanksgiving and the New Year that we've got a brand new show that is starting this upcoming weekend. And Big George, our car guy, has been doing this for a decade in local radio around here. He is just loved by everybody, and he's been in business for decades. Now, him and I are real young dudes, like in our 20s. But he is absolutely awesome. He's going to do the show, and it's going to debut this weekend on Gerard Media LLC, not only on WIMS AM 1420, not only on WIMSradio.com, not only on WHFB AM 1060, not only on WHFBradio.com, the free TuneIn radio app, but my friend, Big George, who's joining us right now on the Star VIP hotline. Big George, what's going on, baby?
What's happening?
What's
Rick, how you doing, man?
Woo! I am doing great.
I'm so excited. We're 2 days away. T-2 and counting, man.
Well, that's the operative word, T-2, and in your case, T-Rex -2 and counting.
The producer extraordinaire. I've got T-Rex in the studio tonight. I got Chuck pulling, my engineer coming over that engineered this whole mess, and we're gonna dial it in. It's gonna be perfect come Saturday.
I got to tell you, Chuck is an absolute gem in the engineering world. Tim, who, as you know, has worked for me for a while, I love him to pieces. It's just a pure genius when it comes to production, and obviously he's your executive producer. I want folks to know Big George is going to be here on the dial, 10A to 11A on WIMS on the stream, and then 11 to 12, same exact time on WHFB. You can call in and talk to George. George, talk about how folks can get a hold of you on the actual live show coming up this weekend.
This is really cool, Rick, really. Anytime you need to call the car guy, it's 928-CAR-GUYS. 928-CAR-GUYS. We'll answer your calls. We'll take your questions. We'll fix your car right on the air. I can do this, trust me. After 45 years of spinning these wrenches, I got it. I'm all over it. I will fix your car on the air.
I so love this. I think this is going to be absolutely incredible. When you have joined us over the last several weeks in studio, we took calls from listeners and folks. You literally were on the money when it came to warranties, when it came to folks asking about maybe strange sounds or when to get things serviced. Talk about the questions, because, we actually had people calling and say, well, what kind of questions? Does he do anything? I'm like, I'm going to ask Big George myself. Big George.
We take any and all. Any question you've got about your automobile or your light truck, we can handle. We start our show off first and foremost by talking about the cars you're driving and telling you about any open recalls on those cars, because people obviously don't know. Half the time they don't even get the notice in the mail, and they're driving an unsafe car. We let them know up front. Here's what you should look for, and you should get to your dealer and have this checked and make sure that you're not qualifying for this recall, because it's dangerous. And then, I literally like to think that we might even be saving some lives out there with these Takata airbags that are exploding, and that people are getting them replaced beforehand at our insistence. We insisted for 9 years to get these airbags, changed and put new ones in, and safer ones, and they do. It's coming out just fine, and that's the kind of, we take any questions you've got. If you think your car might qualify for a recall, if you think your car, if it's got a strange noise, I don't care. We can fix it.
That's cool. And, let's talk about that for a moment. Obviously, you still have your team of professionals. Talk about where you guys are located. And obviously, we want you to get business, and we want you folks to trust your mechanic, your team that's working on your vehicle, your car, maybe your fleet. Big George and his crew can do it. George, where are you guys located at?
We're downtown Lansing. We've been in downtown Lansing for 35 years. I've been 45 years with the tools, 35 in my own place on that corner. And we've serviced cars and fleets and trucks, light trucks. We just don't do the big heavy diesel stuff. We don't have guys qualified for that. But I've got the top guys in the area, and we just have a great situation there. It's a good working environment. It's a nice place to get your car fixed. And after 35 years, you got to think about it. Lansing's a small town, just like Michigan City or Hammond or any of the other towns in this area. If you were a crook, it got around. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Hey,
if you're not a crook, it gets around.
Listen, I want to ask you this because someone just asked, well, where is it located? What's the actual address and what are the corners?
Well, it's the corner of Ridge Road and Burnham Avenue. I'm right by the Village Hall, Lansing Village Hall. I'm kitty corner from the Village Hall.
Absolutely cool. And what's your phone number, please, for folks?
708-895-9520.
Okay, so that's 7.
Rick, and I'm going to explain this on Saturday when I start the show, the new venture, as we're calling it, the new adventure, as T-Rex likes to call it. And we're gonna be talking about why I'm doing this at all after all these years. I mean, my shop is busy. I'm never really hurting for work. I mean, I don't go out and solicit problems or anything. I just take what comes in, and we're good to our people. But I'm at my age and my tenure in this business, I'm actually in the process of giving back. I'm done. If I haven't made my money by now, Rick, I may as well just hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving this back to the people. If you need help with your car, let me help you with it. Call. Give me a call on Saturday, 928-CAR-GUYS. And you will get answers. If I can't fix it right then and there, I can at least tell you where to look, or I can tell you how to get it fixed.
Absolutely. And Sherry's been fantastic in our web division, along with the crew, about keeping stuff up on Facebook and Twitter. You'll see stuff in the upcoming weeks with George, of course, on WIMS radio and WHFB radio. Direct links to him. But George will also, give out the number 708-895-9520 is his office. He can help you out. But of course, listen to the show. And if you got the questions, send it in. Sandy, who's listening right now in Chesterton, says, I work on Saturdays, but I can easily listen via the free TuneIn radio app. I do have a question. Can I email George? Do you want
sure.
Yeah. What email would you like to throw out there for them, please?
Well, I think we should use BIGGEO USA. That's the name of my shop, Unlimited Service Automotive, USA, and that's at Comcast.net.
Okay.
So it's Big GEO USA at Comcast.net.
Beautiful. And we'll make sure that gets up online. So it's Big GEO as in Big George, Big GEO USA at Comcast.net. And actually, I thought it was for the United States of America, but I kind of like that, that we tied into
that's why I named it Unlimited Service Automotive.
Very
people
cool.
Just make the check to USA. It's kind of like writing a tax check in April.
Here's another one for you.
And the other thing is, Rick, is you got to remember, I don't know. Make sure our listeners know. Don't call about your plumbing or your electrical, because I don't know anything. All I know is cars.
Here's this one. Someone just asked, does he do motorcycles? That's a good question.
No, but I have a friend that does, and they do a real good job with it. So
Perfect.
I can always turn them on to the different areas. I can move them around. I can get it fixed. Trust me.
Well, listen, I'm looking forward to not only, and it's an honor to have you here after you've been doing this for many, many years. First and foremost, we're going to be out and about, and we've got some great things planned for the summer with Big George and his team, along with WIMS and WHFB. But if you want to jump aboard, give Mary Gelati a call, Mary at WIMSradio.com. Mary's direct link is 221-3088. We'll talk about that. George will give you insight as to how to connect with him, and of course, listen to the show.
T-Rex and I kind of specialize in live remote broadcasts at your location. We have a good job with that. We have a lot of fun, and we get a lot of business.
Good. Well, let's have some fun with it. We look forward to having you on the dial. And, people keep you updated with Facebook, Twitter, the live feeds, interviews, all kinds of stuff. Now, someone just asked, will he also be on cam? I heard that he is.
Yes, Facebook.
Okay, cool. So
Facebook Live. Listen, and I have a face for radio, so don't judge by my haircut.
Listen, we all do. How is that going to work? Throw out your Facebook handle. What is your handle?
It's your car guy. The page is Your Car Guy, and it's out there. Okay, so just tune it in, and you'll see us live.
Listen, I know, because we've been doing all kinds of great tests, and Tim and Chuck and everybody's been wonderful. Your Car Guy, obviously on Facebook, so that'll be good. And of course, T-Rex executive producer Jackie Beisel along the way at WHFB. Of course, Big George and his crew. Thank you, Chuck, our engineer. Thank you to Sandy, who is an absolute doll. Is she going to be debuting on the dial this weekend or what?
I hope not, but she probably will want to. We'll see. Right. I'm going to have Chuck pull it on first thing to talk about his DeLorean. He's got a DeLorean he's trying to destroy, I think. But we're gonna argue about it.
Nice.
Hey, I got to tell you what an honor it is to be involved with you and your crew. What a professional crew! It's a new experience for me. And I'm just loving it. This is radio at its finest.
Thank
you. Rick, you guys are the top of the line.
Cool. Thank you, George. And we look forward to your show this weekend. And you'll be joining me weekly to keep us updated right here on WIMS. And, of course, Nick Cohn up on WHFB. So thank you, Big George. And we'll talk to you this weekend.
Thanks, buddy.
You got it, man. Bye.
Bye.
AM 1420 WIMS, Michigan City, a Girard Media Company, streaming live at WIMSradio.com.